is High School Vibes, UG Schools Got Talent. It comes about UG Schools getting talent because we visit different schools in Uganda. We give them the platform to showcase the talents they got. So when the students showcase, we discover as High School Vibes and we bring those talents on board. That's why it's called UG Schools Got Talent. And we also engage in the taught talent that's basing on the new curriculum where the students are taught how to engage in practical activities like entrepreneurship and other art, mention all as it's on the new curriculum. But besides the talent side, we have the high school vibes. As you can hear, vibes on vibes. But besides having the vibes and the talents, we need to talk about life. What's happening in life? As teenagers who are in school, we need to discuss about different topics that the youth out there or the teenager out there can engage and of course compare on what we have said. And today in the house, we have a topic of discussion. And topic is the role of media in shaping societal values and behavior of teenagers in Uganda today. Media, it's a broad word because we have different kinds of media. We have mainstream media. I'll talk about the TVs we have. We have traditional media. Those are the radios. We have social media. Speak about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all those social media handles. And of course, we have print media, the news you read, and the magazines that are in different schools circulating. So how have these combined media impacted negatively and positively on the societal values and behaviors of teenagers in Uganda today? So today I'm having the students of Elite High School Entebbe to share views and of course ideas about this certain topic and also join the conversation as we're having this. I'm having them of course on my panel today. They're all smart as the elites, okay? I'll begin with the gentleman on my left. You look so smart. What's your name?
I'm called Agar Ramadan. Okay. Agar Ramadan Rohenza from 5 Sciences.
You think sciences?
Yeah.
Which combination?
Meg.
Math, economics?
Yeah, econ and geography.
Okay. Why Meg?
I think it has a versatile, opportunity to get courses in uni.
Which job falls in Meg?
Me personally, I would like to be an auditor.
Auditors, I will not comment.
In fact, after civilization, they got to introduce the modern style, whereby they used to dress up in long clothes and whatever. Like, it's the same way as taming a dog. So they already introduced us to a certain culture we are used of dressing neatly and all that stuff. But then, why is it after a long while they have to remove it by, bringing all kinds of fashion like I won't comment on them, but like most of our iconic artists we see, they show some body parts, and which is a term of nudity and a disorder to some teenagers.
Before you go far, how do you understand nudity?
Nudity, I find it like exposing, let me say, like, for example, as a person or like as a human being, you have to have your self principles and your self morals, you understand? By the fact that, as I related, they introduced us to a certain state of civilization, it's like they tempt us. Let's assume we're dogs. Pardon me.
And I'm not assuming with you, I'm not a dog, I'm a human being. Yeah. You're a dog alone.
No.
Agree?
No, I don't agree with that. But it's just let's put it into consideration. Like, it's a proverb, you understand? Okay, it's okay. Let's go with that. So after taming us, then they bring up all this, this other, like, trying to break it down. So why not maintain the stuff you brought up to us, you understand?
So they're telling us because of media, we're introduced to some kind of dressing and civilization, but they have made it bad because they are now in this and that they are doing short things and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, sort of.
How has like media impacted that? Because you can be walking, you find someone in a miniskirt and be like, okay, I'll take on that. So how does media involve in that?
First of all, we are civilized, like we are colonized, country. So by the fact that the person you saw, just know that person also saw it from somewhere else, you understand? That means like maybe I personally am watching, some media, whatever, like TikToks, it's a trending form. Then I see this guy putting on like some, neat, whatever, like a net kind of cloth and stuff. It's showing all the body, all the words, you understand? Yeah, so I think that's how it's bringing all about that.
You find it cool and you copy with it?
I personally don't find it cool, and I find it like it's spoiling the culture.
What is the sense of fashion?
The sense of fashion, it's quite baggy.
Baggy?
Yeah.
So do you think that's cool for a man?
every person has their own taste.
Did you copy it from someone?
Of course, it's an iconic look you get from someone. But then, on like social media is, let me say, it's like a trend that will, you know, like take you to every course of life. So it's you to, you know, select but most
It's
people,
you to select it according to your principles and according to what you
Those are
like.
the values we talked about in the beginning.
yeah. So I personally, I don't find it comfortable, you know, like showing someone. Like I personally, I grew up from, you know, like grandmothers and stuff. So we are always told that okulago mobili, something like that, sichirunji, you understand? So I chose that trend because I feel comfortable. I feel like I have preserved the inner me for someone else.
Am I indecent?
I would not like to comment.
Please do. I'm a very open-minded person in my life. According to what you think.
No, you aren't.
Why are you having hard time? Okay, let me go to you. Let me leave you with your comment because I think it's a blow. It's a blow on your side. What are those things? How has the media impacted our sort of values and behavior?
Basically,
Okay.
the media is impacted to me. I focus on finance and time.
Finance and time.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, for these people, like for example, the producer behind this camera
Okay.
right now here, and the college, they're earning a lot because it's their profession
Oh, sure.
as the media. I'm sure.
Like how
'Cause
much do you think
I
we
can't-
are earning as you look at me here?
Okay, they are
can't.
earning enough to like
Yeah, to sustain.
sustain them.
So,
Yes. So now.
Okay.
Yo, and probably they love what they're doing, right?
Okay.
They weren't forced.
Yeah.
They went for academics, they pursued it. It wasn't very much. So they did what they feel okay with, that it can sustain them financially
Okay.
to live. Some of them have families, they have daughters and kids, right? Then basing on time, people usually spend a lot of time watching the media instead of consistently thinking for the way to go forward.
Oh,
And
we concentrate on the media. We spend most of the phone on our phones,
On
scrolling
phones.
here and there,
Yes.
watching TV programs,
Yes.
listening to music, watching movies,
Yes.
and we forget some important things in our lives.
yeah,
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing.
that's a good thing.
Okay.
Then another thing is, I usually consider the people who produce movies
Okay.
or the people who write the scripts. They take 2 years, right? Produce like a movie,
Wow.
2 years
Good.
Okay.
to 1 year, because they travel in different areas and sectors. For them, they earn as long as the movie is out.
Okay.
But even you, the commoner, you come out, you pay for the movie. You purchase, you pay for Netflix, right?
Yeah.
You pay for Netflix, but you pay even you waste time watching, like 1 hour seated, consistently, not of anything, like your brain is just freezed.
Okay, I'm going to give you a nickname, Mr. President. Do you know work without play makes me a dull girl?
How will that play?
Yes.
That's
if I'm
romantic.
working 24/7 and I'm concentrating on work, I have to help me and present, talk to you guys.
I have a question for you.
Okay, please.
Why does Bill Gates till today works? Bill Gates sleeps for at most 3 hours, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, even
Right.
Elon Musk, like the richest guy
That's a question.
in the world.
I'm done.
Pardon? All right.
Let's conclude with your point. Your finalize your point.
Okay, my conclusion is, I think media is good to me,
Okay.
though partly effective. Financially, it's very good. It's a source of employment to a lot of people. Right now, all teenagers have the interest for media.
Okay.
But for those who utilize media, as the youth, the teenagers like 15 and below, let me consider that. They like movies, right? But consistently takes a lot of time. Instead of reading a book, a novel, to get the criticals, you besides focus on what, and watching a movie usually confuses our brain because we freeze. We're only focused on what you're watching,
Okay.
but you're not focused on what's going to come in the future.
Okay.
But reading, I think, is the best option.
Wow. Anyways, he has talked about the youth, and in Uganda, it's 70% approximately the percentage you have of youth today. And when it comes to teenagers, we are holding 22%, means the youth percentage is really so high there. He's a very principled man, I could say that. We're still going on with this conversation. Let's come back.
Craving a snack that is not just tasty, but a true delight for your tasty buds? Look no further than Newman Snacks. Now available in all shops and supermarkets countrywide.
Break, you're still on High School Vibes. UG School's Got Talent on the Talking About Life session. We are discussing life, and the topic today is the role of media in shaping societal values and behaviors of teenagers today. I'm not going to remain again. I'm with the elite high school students, and they are giving me their best. I think even they're challenging my thinking right now, because what is this in school? Did I think like this in school? Or I thought masomero. Anyway, I will not go there. So this gentleman told me when he went for the break that he has something he wants to tell us before we proceed. Mr. President. Am I allowed to call you Mr. President?
If you're fine with it, that's your brain.
Me and this man, Akumanya, okay?
All right, once again, I'm singing to Harvey Smith, aka Priest. Anyway. Yeah, I had a quote of words
Okay.
to refer to her, right? Like, she's okay with it to memorize while she's still interviewing us.
Okay.
And the statement goes like this. I do believe.
To ladies? You're being
To you.
specific.
Specifically
To me?
to you. To
Oh,
you.
God.
Does she believe anyway that sensible people only understand the statements we make, but not all the sensible people understand what we speak?
Sensible people only understand the statements we
Always.
Always
That's
understand the statements we make. But they don't what?
But not all sensible people
Understand
what we speak.
what we speak. I'm sensible, first of all.
That's good.
Yeah, you
We
have
can
to know
proceed.
that. I'm sensible, first of all.
proceed.
So we continue with the conversation, relating. Before we went for the break, he was talking about finance and time, how media has impacted finance and time, and has told people have gotten jobs like me. I'm speaking to you, I work on media. It means I'm earning some money from media. And of course, he said media is leading to time wastage. People are neglecting their responsibilities. They are wasting time watching movies, keeping on TikTok instead of doing something very important and useful. I don't know if you agree with that or you disagree with that. Turning to you. We continue with the conversation. Apart from time and finance, what else? Which other role is media playing?
I will speak about the negative part of it. I feel like media is distancing the love we had with our parents somehow. Yeah.
How? Because even way back, me, I was in a boarding school from nursery to senior 6, and I had love for my parents fully. So?
That's different. Now we even have phones. Whereby in the holiday you're back on the phone, then mommy will be like, hello, I want to take you to the market. Then you're like, mommy, I'm busy, you understand? Because you're always on the phone, always tweeting, always WhatsApping, and that's all. So there is always that distance. And I got to know, unfortunately rather, that nowadays, have you really noticed, like, nowadays parents normally, like, be with their young siblings because they're always not, developed in mind, or is concentrating about the phones. Yes. So I really get, that kind of grudge and whatever. But then I try to make it on a low key, so I come back to my parents. But I personally, on phone, I don't know. So
I don't tell you anything.
I feel like the love is quite different, like, like distancing apart. Yeah. So
The same would talk to your mom and your dad. You're scrolling on any platform.
I also feel like, by the way, on top of that, like, a fact like you're a girl. But back then you'll be like, mommy, I'm in my peace. Okay. You understand? But then you search it on Google and find a solution. You understand? So you won't connect with a parent whereby you sit down, you'll be like, mommy, I found this and this, I found this and this. Whereby even boys nowadays get reels from Google and so whatever. Instead of sitting down with maybe like a bro. Actually, let me say family members in general. Distancing, we are all distancing apart.
So I think about something, I have my phone, I go down and search, and I feel like I will do it.
And you will do
You
it.
have something to say?
Yeah, I have something to say.
Okay.
I'm defending media anyway.
You're defending?
Yeah.
Thank
media.
you.
Reason being, first and foremost, media is a source of finance, as I said earlier, right?
Okay, you're saying media is finance.
Yeah.
Let's be real. As a person who is at school, how much do you think a standing journalist in Uganda earns a month?
I won't be brief on that statement because I'm not a standing journalist, I'm still a student, right?
No, at what you may be estimating.
I can't estimate.
Like you're not
maybe.
estimating, like maybe the president gets this.
I know like 200.
I would estimate according to the program, because I believe the higher the viewers, the higher the money you
The higher
get.
the
You
ratings
understand?
and the higher the
So you
money.
can't tell me you have something like low viewers and you expect to get the money as, let me say, Douglas Shranga gets.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
So the lower one, I'll maybe think like 200 something.
Sorry,
So 200,000.
in my own sector, but anyways, I'm with them. So say something.
Yeah, because like let me see, like today in Uganda
Okay.
as well, many people have come out. Like not every job is paying well, obviously.
True.
Even doctors themselves, the qualified ones who have studied hard, they're getting little money. So I wouldn't say that they're getting much, but they're getting enough to sustain them for the while
Okay.
as the ratings go on increasing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Me, I'm on the side of media
I'm
specifically.
still with you.
I'm trying to defend the point he said.
Yes.
He said that, for example, to you as an example, like mommy comes, tells you we're going to the market, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, mommy, I'm busy.
Okay.
At times with the parents are the problem. Cause me, my father, like I have everything. But even I rarely touch on my phone and spend time with it. Cause he's always trying to give me that business brain.
Oh, I get
He's
your
always
point.
give me that business brain.
I get your point.
get
So we may be blaming the media, but even the parents
The
have
parents.
a problem.
Yes.
These are African parents.
I'm sure.
Tell me, Kate, don't touch your phone for the day. I'm not going to touch my phone. Leave me touch my phone. I'm going to touch my phone.
I would like to somehow defend myself.
Okay.
I feel like parents want to be like, also close to children. So they also sit down and use the same social media to get to know how to learn to, like be interactive with their children, you understand? So a parent will sit down and be like, my friends, blah, blah, and their friends will still give them the African type of, ideas.
What's wrong with the African type of ideas?
No, like, as he said, the parent, you also say the same statement that these are African parents. And what did you mean by African parents?
African parents,
You
they are
mean
these
the
tough.
African parents are always the tough ones. But then, this is the new generation, whereby African parents also want to understand their kids, also want to love their kids. So the African parent, as I said, like, when he tells me, like, let's go to the market and I'm like, I'm busy on my phone, he'll be like, okay, this is how I may interact with my child. But then it also goes to a certain moment where the African parent will come in, you understand? But then at that moment, I also feel like he will learn it from somewhere, maybe like social media. How do I interact with my child? Because this is a new generation and stuff like that. So that there isn't like oligarchy between the students. I mean, between the, family and
I'm
whatever.
going to get back to you. You've made me think about something. Our parents didn't have the social media a lot. They didn't have the TikToks. And I feel like they missed that gap. They missed that phase of having this. So because they want to do it right now at their age with kids. Like, you have a kid my age, and I find you on TikTok doing those things of someone of 15 years and 16 years of age. Do you think parents are also wanting to jump in the new normal and it's not appropriate for them to do that?
Yes.
Please?
I'm submitting a defensive, right?
Oh, it's okay?
Like, if you look to the business class parents, I don't think they have time for media, right? Though their children have.
Yes.
Same to we. As our parents are business people, but they put us into the business. To the extent you're always at the farm, right? You're contributing with the workers. Once you're contributing, you get tired and exhausted. By the time I return back home, like, I just need rest. Basically, like for me, I just need rest.
So it's up to the parents to give us what to do at this age to constitution funds?
Not that. I'm not trying to mean that.
Okay.
But, these children, we have different classes. These children are at home.
Which class? Mr. President, now I want to know about when you become the president, I'll be giving evidence. You said we have different classes. You're which class?
Me.
I'm class A+.
All right.
Back to you.
My class anyway.
Uh-huh.
I'm a hardworking person.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter the class.
Okay.
Because I'm hardworking, I know what I want.
You can do anything to get what you want.
And I will get it.
And you will get it. No otherwise.
So I don't have a class because
Okay.
I do associate with anyone.
Okay, so
whether
telling us.
poor, whether rich, I associate.
Please.
So what I'm trying to mean that those people who say that their parents what and what. It's you as even the boy or the girl who's confusing your brain and making it dormant.
Okay.
As long as you don't think where to earn from and you're focusing on your phone.
Okay.
You get?
But the new normal, this social media. Let me go into social media. Has enabled us get very many different business ideas. I look at someone doing some business and I be like, if someone is doing this perfume business, maybe I'll take it on because it's earning money. People are doing their art, making their clothes, and they're making good money. And as a youth out there or a teenager, you can watch and be like, if someone did this business like this, I can follow this person and also come up with a business like this. That's all.
It has led to creativity, like a lot of creativity.
And that's the positive part about social media, because I personally, I work as whatever in holidays as a salesman of Macristra. I don't know if you know it.
You're salesman. Nice meeting you.
So I believe like when I post it, and don't quote me wrong, some people are out there now being like, ah, that kid is poor because of, you know, the market issue I said. But that was just an example. Like, I personally, it's me who does that, you know. You know, our dad taught us this thing. Do you believe in, there is a Uganda saying that says, Omuti something something guchama.
Something like
that.
My producer is dying of laughter because he knows I don't know Luganda that well. Oba akacha mama mera. Something like that.
Omuntu omukulu tosobola gukyamya. I mean tosobola gutereeza nga gwakyama. There's something like that. Pardon me.
Uganda people help us with this one.
Yeah.
But I think I know akacha mama so akagolola. Something like that.
There's a person out there you'll help us with
Which
that.
tribe are you?
I'm Mtoro.
I'm Toro. Which tribe are you?
Am I naturally?
Which tribe are you?
I'm a proud Muganda anyway.
You're proud Muganda.
Those people confuse me, they call me Rwandan.
They call me
They call me
Rwandan.
anything.
So you're Muganda
Toro.
tubonaabona n'olugero totuwa lugero. Tulina Muganda.
I'm a Muganda, but
A
I
diluted
grew
one.
up in, like, how do you call it, Kumawanga?
Kumawanga Gawa.
Eh?
Gawa Sebo.
Kumawanga, northern what traveling. So I'm not that much empathetic in the
What's the Chiganda name?
Chiga. It's Sengendo,
Sengendo. Weddira kitata?
Fumbe,
Oddira Nfumbe. Akabbiro.
Chikere.
Kikere. Tambulamu ng'Omuganda.
Amanya gange Sengendo, Abby Smith. Neddira Fumbe, Akabiro, Chikere, omukulu w'ekika wa Lusimbi. Yesigamye ku muti Kigaragamba, if I'm not mistaken. That's all I know. And I'm a proud servant of the Kabaka of Uganda.
Oweddeyo. Kale. You're still on your point. That came in as a by the way. You're still on your point of being the positive side of media, the creative side. I'm telling you, a marketeer out there. Okay?
So I believe let's not only focus about the negative parts, you understand. There are also the positive parts, but actually I also got inspired and went to him because my first watch I bought was from him. So I was like, you know, I want to interact
What is
with you.
that? Pardon me.
Mark. It's called Mark.
It's on media. TikTok, what?
So mostly. Then IG also.
What does he do? Talk to shine, let the man shine. What does he do?
He sells all jewelry. It's called Mark Wristwear. You can just search it out. Yeah, so then I got, you know, involved in that by using media. So I don't want us to only look at the negative part, but let's also thank the media for, you know, doing such. But and mostly this kind of whatever. So I'm already doing an advert for our.
For him?
Yeah, so I would like to thank media for that. That's all.
So the lady in the middle, which other positive thing is good about media?
Let me say media has made this generation, especially the youth, to express themselves more as compared to back then when we didn't have where to like go. Like the way he said, like most people are not free with their parents. Like, and there are certain things you would like to do research on, and like many people express themselves like out there and say that how can I do this? How like I'm going through a certain problem, and you can and you're not comfortable to discuss it with someone around. You can always go online and you ask the people out there, and they're always going to give you the solutions to those problems.
On a percentage of 10, how much do you trust media on the feedback you get?
Let me say 40%.
40%?
Yes.
Where do you get the other 60% trust?
Friends,
Okay.
and yeah, mainly friends and some close relatives.
That's a good feedback because you're not all involved into media, but I'm giving you some years when you're out of school, you come back to. Let's talk about language. There are some words we use not to speak and we use not to hear days back. But these days, the language, there are some words, even if you like, me saying this word is just so normal for me, and media has really brought that onto us because we keep on hearing it. You're scrolling, someone is saying something vulgar, and the words are spoken the way they are, no covering. If something is called an I, it's an I. What did you expect me to say now? Let's talk about language. Yes, please, Mr. President.
Okay, for me, basing on language,
Okay.
I'm always positive. I don't like negativity.
Okay.
Like the words they usually utter out, like the vulgar, on the series you watch, on the shows you watch. I don't think media as they broadcast is a problem. The problem is about the people who write the scripts.
But still
I'm
they're
sure.
using media.
They're using media.
And
But
media is
what I'm
bringing
trying
it
to
to
say
you.
that if they do change
Okay.
their writing, because you broadcast what you have been written down to.
Okay.
produce.
Broadcasting is professional. Let's talk about this for who just come on TikTok and is telling you something and the whole language from word A to word Z, and it's not rated 16, not rated PG. You're just listening. We don't know who is holding the phone, either 6-year-old kid, either an adult, and the language is coming straight. That's all media. Like, what do you think about it? Because it's all media. Okay, broadcasting is professional. You're going to sit down and filter out this, but this is not professional. Everyone is coming on their phones. They are saying whatever they are saying. Someone to
Say
say?
what?
Like, first part on me again.
Like she has said, it's about the people who are writing down these scripts and broadcasting them on media. And then I've given him an example of the unprofessional media. That's TikTok. You do what you want, and the language there. What can we read about that one? Because still it's media, and it's bringing that language to us.
Okay. Me, as my mindset is quite different. So, as you know, this guy, Mutesa's brother, whatsoever, I heard about him. Okay, like,
This is brother.
pressure.
Pressure. Hey. Okay.
So, but the fact that you have been watching all this constant stuff and it leads to a limit until they attack someone big. So, I think like they should enforce laws by the fact that by the time you post like 2 videos and they're already vulgar, then block the account. Why do you wait until it goes to a next or whatever? And you know, like, so I'll do something like that.
Okay.
So I feel like it's all. Let me now accuse it to the government because I feel they are the
Government
ones.
ingrid
No, I feel
wa.
like the UCCE, whatever. I feel they are the ones responsible for the media in, you know,
To regulate.
yeah, to regulate. Because I collide it with the government, but anyway, sorry for that. The UCCE, you know. So I feel like by the fact that I will make one video and I start speaking vulgar language, I make the second video. Why wait for me? Block the account. I feel it won't spread.
You sister, have you heard? If I come and abuse someone today, I abuse tomorrow. Why are you looking at me like that? The student has said, please. So as a parent, would you put parent control in your kid's phone if you grow up, and why?
Yes.
I don't know.
Because the parents didn't do that.
Yeah. They didn't do that. And I believe my parents told me this thing. Like whenever you impose like security, you know, that quite of security onto a child, you'll push him to another mindset that he wouldn't even have thought of. You understand? By the fact
Make me curious.
yeah, curiosity. By the fact you start blocking my accounts, blocking this, we have friends. This is our world century now. I'll go to a friend who has it and I'll be like, yo, can you tap me? Understand? Then I feel like it's not good. Just be there as a parent figure. Then
Okay, me, I would like to negate what he's saying. Because,
Okay.
Okay, it depends on the age. You can't tell me that you can make, let me say, a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old to be so liberal with their phones. Obviously, they'll be curious, and when they hear something, they would want to watch it.
Okay, according to the new normal, which age is appropriate for a kid to have a phone?
Okay, like they can have it even by 11 years old. They can be having a phone once they are
11 years?
Once they become teenage, like 12, 13. But
Which
13.
age? Which age do you think is appropriate to have a phone as a kid?
I may have a defensive.
Uh-huh.
Because even I don't based on the age.
Then based on age.
Cause like even as you know families have grown into like baby craze, like today's babies and today's
They are
kids,
crying for phones.
like
whereby
2 years.
come up with a tab the next
Yeah.
day and be like, play games. You
The
understand?
kid is 2 years and is like always on the parent's phone trying to don't know what he's looking after. But instead you end up bringing a tab, be like, anyway, stop touching my phone, have it.
I never joke with a curious mind. First
So-
of all, by the fact you start blocking, you know these things of parents coming in for gatherings and stuff. An aunt won't refuse giving a nephew a phone because in his mind you'll know like he's going to play games.
The phone
You
is not
understand?
mine. It's for a meanwhile, and it will go
It
away.
will go.
No, but the fact if he has the chance to, he will look for, you know. So I believe just try to, you know, put them into like the moral society, try to educate them about this and this, but then don't try to, you know, put standards that will make them more curious to cause damage.
Okay, omutwali tulaba ku high school vibes UG Schools Got Talent twebaza nnyo omuzadde aliyo ng'okulaba programu eno tuwalo n'abaana aba elite high school Entebbe nga twogera ku ngeri emitimbagano mulimu TV mulimu ennyimba mulimu ne firimu engeri gye bituyambako mu kukula in the good way and in a bad way mu nsonga eyo. Don't forget abatekamu esente Newman Snacks. Of course you can have your snack, you can grab your snack at any age, anywhere. It's just so convenient. Vintage events ate tuwerabira nti high school vibes UG Schools Got Talent twakatandika ate nga tujja mu n'amaanyi. Don't forget we began this the first season edition 1 and of course we are coming back with more, with bringing more and more and more and more. And in August we shall have the grand finale. It's gonna be fire. I'm not spilling any bean here. Just wait for it. Just stay on our channels, following up. You will know when and where and by who, with who, and which school. Mpala, mpala, mpala. I'm going to finalize with these students of Elite about the topic of the role of media in shaping societal values and behaviors of teenagers in Uganda today. They're going to be giving me their last remarks and we wrap this one. I'll start with Mr. President. I think I'm calling you Mr. President, even though when I come back at 8 and I find I'll call you Mr. President. And when you contest and go through, please, I'm called with a cat. Let's start with you. As we wrap up this, what is your take about this topic?
At most, for me, this topic has been trying to portray out how we can utilize positively the media resources. And what I can advise, like basically the parents,
Okay.
like try to keep your child or daughter focused mainly. Try to show them where they're heading, the effects, the bad and good, what's outside the world. Because today's kids, they don't know anything about what they call working for money. They all know that today is supper. Supper has reached, she goes eats.
True.
Then she has reached, he goes eats.
True.
Which is not at any point proper. So I would like just to advise that please try to portray the focus of your children to something. If you want your student or your child to be disciplined, try to, talk to him or her, advise, show him the right path. Like business ideas, I like business ideas anyway. Try to tell your kid that you can do this and this and this, because we all look for money.
Okay.
And the world is relying on basically software, engineering, like IT, technology, agriculture. So take him to the farm. You won't have that a lot of time to waste on searching for unsensible and unreliable things.
Okay. You'll be a good father. How many kids do you want when you grow up?
I don't like many. So I might not have that lenient time due to the hard work I put in my business.
Like how many? According to how you see yourself now.
Approximately a daughter and a boy.
Only two?
Like omukone.
Omukone skali.
Yeah, like mama wala wange.
Ne mutabani wo.
So one daughter, one boy. That's enough.
Yes.
I'm not adding anything on your statement. To the lady.
As for me, what I would like to finalize about the topic, I would like to say that let's use media impactfully in our generation. Like, let me say, let us, like for the parents, let us build on our children's talents through media. It has a lot of opportunities and can come with a lot. Like your child can be very ambitious on a certain, like might be a singer, a musician, or what, might not be good academically, but it has a future in that field. So let's use media to uplift them, like the youths of nowadays. Nowadays jobs are, it's not all about being a doctor, being a lawyer. There are no jobs. So let us be creative through media, and let's not only focus on the negative part of it, because media has impacted positively.
And to you, sir.
Yeah, to finalize too, I would like, let's mold our children with soft goods, like software, whatever, soft food, so that the rumpus of the society cannot affect them. In simple terms, I mean, like, let's try to be there for our kids so that they don't branch away, and like the society does not impact negativity into them, and let's let them think positively, let them stay motivated, and let them, and you be the models of your kids, you be the characters that your kids need to look up to. Yeah, fine.
You want to conclude? Mr. President, I'll give it to you. Yes, please.
Before the conclusion, after the break, we had a quotation we gave to you, right?
Okay.
And we told you to think about it. So you have a response for it. The statement was, like, do you believe that always the sensible people understand the statements? Not always the sensible people understand what we speak.
That's about perception.
Perception
And
of reality.
perception and personality. How I perceive things and according to how I behave. I'll take it according to how I believe in something. If you're telling me I should work without playing on my side, I'm not with you. It means I'm still sensible though, but my perception about what you've told me is different according to my personality, and I want to move my life. Because we have different perceptions and goals we want in life. So that is me. And for you, a businessman, you want people to work, be focused, and have your strategies in life, not so? That has been Mr. President. I really loved my panel. They have given me different things and I've learned a lot from them. Let me hope you have also learned something, and let me hope you've been fully engaged. We're going to come back with more topics with different schools. This is just the beginning. We're going to be having these discussions. You can even go on our social media handles, the KUL-STUDIOZ YouTube. You throw a topic you feel like you need us to discuss about. It can be anything as long as it's fit for the students, because we want to discuss marriage with the students. Because these are not married people. You need to be in line with what fits our age and of course what we know at the moment. My beautiful name, I'm Wiza Kate. This is High School Vibes, UG Got Talent Season 1.